Alright, let's go and get started. Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out Adrenaline Rampage. This game came out back on October 18th, 2025, and I want to go ahead and thank Midhard Games for giving me a key for this game so I can check it out early and bring this content to you guys. So if you like the content, you want to see more games like Adrenaline Rampage here on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, let me know what you think of the gameplay, and I'll also leave a link down in the description as always if you'd like to check out the game for yourself or wishlist it for a later time. So that being said, if you're not familiar with what Adrenaline Rampage is, according to the Steam description, Adrenaline Rampage is a platformer roguelite where you play as a soldier with up to 5 weapons to fight techno-zombies. Choose characters and skills to rush through space cities, kill ugly bosses, and survive. Set in a dark sci-fi world. So what does that mean? So essentially this is basically a side-scroller survivors type game. There really only is like one character to start. There are a total of, I believe, 2 others that you can play. Basically, you see here in our hub base, we have the Stormtrooper, which is what we're playing as. But if you actually make it through the boss or the game once, you actually unlock the Berserk and the Bomber as well. I have yet to do so because this game is fairly tough. And it actually is going to be... If you don't get anxiety attacks very easy, or if you get anxiety attacks very easy, you might want to step back a little bit on this one, because you're going to see that you get swamped very easy. So how does this game work out? Well, essentially, we have our hub here. We start out there, and we have these 2 portals. We can go into Campaign, and we can go into Survivor. Campaign is obviously where a lot of the content is being locked behind, although I believe you could probably unlock everything there in Survival as well. I'll have to check that one out. But you'll see that we have this elevator here as well. As you can see at the bottom of our screen, we have 3 little battery icons. One's yellow, green, and blue. There are 3 different biomes that you travel through. They're mostly identical in the sense that they kind of, these sci-fi landscapes in the backdrop, just like hallways and stuff like that. But they are aesthetically different. You'll notice whenever they change, they don't have any different names, or maybe they do. I can't remember. It's usually pretty frantic on screen whenever we cover it. But each level here can only be unlocked with that level's currency. So right now, to get level 2, I do believe we had to spend this yellow currency. Although it could have been, yeah. So this level right here had to be unlocked spending so much of the yellow currency, then that unlocks this computer over here, which lets us spend that yellow currency, increasing different stats about our character, such as damage, clip size, attack rate, crit chance, and crit damage, and so on and so forth. And then once we get enough green currency, we can then unlock this tier here. This allows us to basically come over here and check out this kiosk, but then lets us spend new kiosk rolls on things such as re-rolls and knockback. Looks like I have not been using this kiosk at all, so I'll go ahead and put some points in there. Things are fairly expensive, and then once we get enough blue currency, we can come up here to this next level, and we can essentially spend our blue currency here on things such as health, coins, XP, run speed, regen, luck, armor, so on and so forth. I have not gotten enough blue currency to really buy anything just yet. But yeah, we're going to jump into a game, and you can basically see what that looks like when we're in here. So yeah, let's go and get started. We'll go ahead and start the campaign in. As far as I can tell, there really isn't any much of a story other than what you saw in that Steam description. There is no dialogue, there is no talking as far as what's being said on screen to enemies, or what's being said to you by your character. But as you can see, we are here playing this soldier, and we have these techno-zombies, as the description said. And all we gotta really do on some of these levels, push like a panel, or like kill so many zombies, and then we can make our way to the exit. You want to try to collect as much XP as you can. XP is kind of slow as far as like gaining levels, and there's our exit right there. It did say that we could go ahead and head towards that, which we much very will. But as you can see, I am doing just a lot of running and a lot of gunning, and enemies are dying. As soon as we kill an X amount of zombies, usually they slow down pretty hard as far as them coming in. And then once we're done, we'll go ahead and hit the exit. Now these exits do kind of spawn a little bit distance away, so you do have to usually run a little bit farther from where you're at. But once you get done that, you'll move on to the next level, and in between levels is where you're going to pick your level ups if you've picked up enough XP. So it seems right here we have 3 options. We have a passive as well as 2 actives. A lot of these passives and actives, as you can see right there, will give us some synergies. So right now we have the assault rifle, but if we get the cooldown for ammo and we level up our assault rifle enough, we'll actually be able to get the evolution for the assault rifle. I'm going to go with the shield just because it is very helpful. It essentially basically absorbs any damage we take, and it gives us 1 charge of that, and the cooldown is fairly lengthy, but it does give us a high amount of survivability, and then we'll move on to the next level. So this game, I will say, is on the tougher end of the spectrum whenever you're first playing, because the thing is, enemies don't do damage to you just because you come in contact with them, but they will do damage to you if you wait more than 0.5 seconds to like basically move out of the way or use some sort of like maneuverability to get out of the way. This game is very harsh on the amount of damage that you get dealt if you're not watching out. So essentially right here we're waiting for the timer to buzz out, but this is the type of game where you're going to be basically jumping and dashing as much as you can. If you are on the ground, you are taking damage more than likely. As you can see right there, I was on the ground for like 0.2 seconds and I had taken a little bit of damage. And then healing is not a very frequent affair. Occasionally we'll find like healing pickups, but more often than not, we're gonna have the health we're gonna have. So we just need to make do with what we got, and I'm gonna try to pick up this XP here because I wanted to at least leave this level with a level up, because the faster we can get our rifle leveled up, the faster we can get that evolution, the faster we can start tearing through these zombies and get a little bit more spacing in between them. Because I can tell you right now, these hordes only get beefier. So I was trying to see if we can get a 4th level up, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to farm enough XP from these guys. Although if we stick around for a little bit, they're not every single one of them drops an XP crystal, which is kind of unfortunate. But it looks like we get about halfway there. Yeah, I think we'll move on. As you can see below my character, we do have 2 dashes to our character's use. They do come back rather fast. Looks like we get a new card here. We also got Vitality Booster, but I don't have the active skills for those yet. I don't have that drone-looking shape, and I don't have whatever that thing looks like, a robot on fire. Looks like we can go with the gravity trap. I want to re-roll here. Let's go with the assault rifle. I would really like to get some more power behind my assault rifle. I'm hoping we can get like 2 level ups on this one. This would be great. In this one, you can see right there at the top left, this will be one that's more than just kill enemies. This one we actually have to find a key. The keys usually come in the form of like a computer kiosk. Essentially, we'll need to make it to the kiosk itself and turn on a button, although I'm not seeing a kiosk. It's usually indicated on the mini-map up in the top right, and I'm not seeing it pop through. I'm going to go ahead and try to kill some of these enemies. We did get enough experience to get a level up, so that's nice. And I know I'm working my way backwards, but mostly because I see some different color XP crystals on the ground. I don't desperately want them, because I desperately want to level up again. It looks like we did get another level up, so that's nice. Whenever we get to the level up screen, we'll be able to pick 2 options. Let's go this way. Some levels will actually give you a magnet so you can suck in all the XP. There's our lock. There we go. And now we can activate the portal if we so choose. And our overall goal is to make it through 30 of these levels. And these are somewhat divided. And you know, because I did say there are biomes, so the enemies will basically change up a little bit, and there will be boss type encounters. Looks like we got energy shield as well as assault rifle. I am very surprised we haven't seen the cooldown one yet. There we go. So now all we gotta do, I believe, is I think we have 3 levels in our assault rifle. If we can get 1 more, we can level up 1 more time, and then we'll be able to essentially get the whatchamacallit, evolution. And the evolution for the assault rifle is pretty good. It also basically doubles the ammo before we have to reload the weapon, and it'll go on. It's basically kind of like a cooldown. What is that shape over there? Oh, that's just a platform with the thingy there. And it's like most platformers or Metroidvanias, in order to just drop through the surfaces, we just press down on our control, whatever you're using, down on your D-pad, down on your analog stick, your S key, whatever it is. Looks like we picked up a little bit of currency there. And we do have to complete, or we do have to find the lock for this one. Looks like it says it's just 1 key. There it is. There we go. I do believe whenever we finish off an objective, the enemies tend to kind of peter off a little bit. So we should find ourselves with a little bit of more breathing room than we had before. Probably the one thing that probably shocks me the most as far as like what's happening on screen is that enemies have like a weird level of speed. Sometimes they're really like moderately slow. I mean, they're all still fast. All these guys run like someone's about to grab the last piece of pizza. But other guys will just like run at you kind of slow, and then as soon as they get about 5 feet away, they just like want to rip your head off. And they end up turning into the Flash, and it makes me panic every once in a while. Let's see. Let's get up here. The cool thing is you have a decent bit of wall jumping. So you can pretty much make it up any surface. There haven't been any jumps I've seen so far that have been quote-unquote impossible. Is there anything back here? There isn't. We'll go ahead and go on in. Unfortunately, I only think we got the one level. We got Rocket Swarm. Okay, we got another activatable ability. We got Gravity Trap. I want the Assault Rifle. Although, this critical damage one's not bad. You know what? I'll go with the crit damage. It's not bad. There's the Assault Rifle. Nice. So the next time we get an Assault Rifle level up, it will be the, whatchamacallit? The evolution. And as you can tell, they do start working traps into stuff. You will find parts of this game like rife with poison barrels and different things that you have to watch out for. These saw blades are fairly common, and they do a lot of damage. If you don't watch out. Go ahead and pick this up. Go ahead and dive there. Oh, there's some currency there. I'll wait for that to go by. Dive over to that. Activate this. Dive through that. Doesn't look like there's anything over here, actually. Oh, we probably didn't need to do that. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing, is sometimes you won't know where the traps are at. And you'll just go face first into a saw blade. How fun is that? Gonna go on in here. There's our evolution. As you can see, our damage goes up by 11. Our attack rate goes up by a hefty bit, 105%. And our ammo count goes from 61 to 122. That's pretty absurd. I'm going to keep on going with Fatal Blow here. Basically increasing our crit damage even further. And because we're shooting so much, we should be hitting crits a lot. And every little bit counts. So this is probably our one area for a reprieve. This usually is right before some sort of boss fight or heavy encounter. Alright, we're going to accept that healing there. There's always going to be a heal there, and then we're only going to pick up that DNA strand, which basically gives us a passive that we'll have for the rest of our run. We hover over it. This one says each stage blocks the first 2 incoming attack. So that is a new passive we have for the rest of our run. We'll lose that whenever we die, and we move on to the next thing. And we are officially into another zone, I do believe. There was no really fanfare on that, as you can see. I do believe that explosion was one of my, whatchamacallit? One of my uses of my shield that blocks damage going off. Looks like we do have a magnet here. So I am not going to really concern myself with the picking up everything. I do like this area, mostly because of the fact that we now have like working elevators. So we can actually stand on these and like hit up, and we'll send our character upwards. Looks like our magnet might be. I do like the fact that these elevators do have like momentum, which is pretty nice. I thought, oh, okay, we didn't actually get, oh my god. Alright, we didn't actually get hit, which is nice. Okay, so our magnet's below us. Looks like I'm still Going the wrong direction, though. Alright, we're picking up the next level currency, I believe. Which is cool. I think we kind of worked our way in a circle. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think we did. I think we're back pretty much at the start. So we need to get to that button. Or the portal. Alright. I'm gonna go this way. Dash that way. Oh, we were here earlier. It just wasn't open yet. Got it. We will go with, honestly, the dash here isn't pretty good. This gives us an additional dash. There were some new abilities I unlocked, but I don't see them yet. We'll go ahead and upgrade our shield even more then. Oh, right. This one just looks like to, I don't see any objective on this one. I love riding this elevator, by the way. It's awesome. Because as you can see, it's got that momentum. We do have some new heavy enemies we do have to deal with. And I do believe that if you outpace a certain enemy, they kind of teleport to you a little bit. Because that one heavy dude is the same heavy dude that I have yet to kill. He's just teleporting closer. So it kind of gives us, you know, this idea of like huge zombie waves, but realistically, I think it's just, you know, them using the technology of whatever they're aiming for here to seem like it's a massive horde, which is still pretty cool. We do have extra guys here now, so we go here. Looks like our portal is active. They want us to go to the right somewhere. I think we're actually working our way around in a circle, which is fine, because the fact that means I can grab all this experience points that I missed out on. Although I think this is where I started out at. Yeah, it is. Right about here. I can go ahead and pick up all this XP. We did just level up. Unfortunately, we don't have a magnet here. And I do love this rocket attack, this rocket swarm, because these rockets don't blow up until they actually hit a target. And that was close to a level up, just killing that dude. That little yellow XP crystal he dropped was insanely healthy for us. So, I've said a lot about the game, but I haven't said any issues that I have with the game so far. There are a couple of issues. This game is really fun. It's frantic. It's obviously very kinetic. And I love the momentum they got going here. But probably my biggest problem, and probably the big detractor for me on this one, even though I'm thoroughly enjoying it, is there are not enough active abilities in the game from the start. Like other survivor type games will have you, you know, you'll have your assault rifle, and then you have like 3 other weapons, and then you can unlock their synergy components fairly quickly in the game. In this game, you really only start out with the rocket swarm and the assault rifle, and then unlocking everything else is kind of a tedious affair, in the sense that, like, I've yet to unlock another synergy for anything else other than the assault rifle. And the synergy for the assault rifle was actually unlocked from the get-go. I don't have anything to do with rocket swarm, I don't have anything to do with my gravity shield or my gravity trap, and all of that's locked around you beating, you know, the specific components of the game, or getting so far in the game, or completing a whole bunch of challenges for it, such as making jumps or doing something else. And even then, as you can see right now, I have been seeing like the same abilities. I do have new abilities. There's one, I unlocked a new fireball ability, and there was like 2 other abilities I unlocked, and I have yet to see them show up in the whatchamacallit, the ability rollout, like let me pick stuff. And that's my only concern, is that like people who pick up this game might find it a little bit annoying, that, or boring even, that they only have access to specific, you know, a set of abilities for such a lengthy amount of time in this game. Now, that's not to say I have put a super amount of time into this game. But I put enough time into this game that I feel like I should have access to other synergies by now. And having to use the same loadout, the same kit is kind of, you know, a little bothersome at most. But still fun. There's still some stuff here that I really enjoy. I really like the way this feels like kind of like a side-scroll, whatchamacallit, side-scroller version of like Doom almost. Because all you're doing is, it's a bullet hell. It's you running around, shooting bad guys, absolutely whooping their ass, and keep on moving on. It would be really cool if there was kind of like some sort of like health mechanic, and as far as like you being able to recover a little bit of your health. If you were able to get them low and then, you know, get like a 1%, 5% of your health back, occasionally killing an elite and then maybe like hitting like a contextual button to get some of your health back, because otherwise getting these health pickups to show up, those are few and far between, buddy. And I will say, this is actually a boss encounter right here we can do. As far as you can tell, this is a boss encounter. And these are pretty interesting. I'm not entirely sure what that thing is above the boss's health, but it is a thing, and it's pretty enjoyable. As you can see, we really needed to wait him out. We didn't have to fight this boss. We could choose to fight the boss, which is what I chose to do. And he's got some pretty cool mechanics. He's got the ability to teleport around. And then on top of that, he can also put out his own little version of a black hole, essentially. And the only way to get out of that is to basically use one of your dashes to move away from that. So the boss is down, and we got ourselves another upgrade. And I believe this one increases our jump. Doubles the duration of platform existence. Okay, so nothing to do with jump. Just says these platforms here, if we stand on them, they're going to last a little bit longer. Generally speaking, if you get to keep on moving, because they will fade away. So double the duration on those is pretty nice. And so far, we've been pretty healthy. We haven't taken any hits, just FYI, if you had no idea. You'll know when we start taking hits, because my health bar will actually show up on my character, and it'll drain rather fast. So we're now officially into like another section of the ship. I probably won't even survive in this run. I mean, we're 11 floors into 30 floors, and I can tell you right now, I've never made it past probably like the 18 to 20 floor. There ends up becoming enemies who have these shields on them, and if they are able to get near you, they will basically bap you like twice, and your health bar will be gone. So we do have to keep an eye out for whenever shielded enemies start showing up, and we need to start respecting those particular enemies by GTFOing anytime we see those guys. But in the meantime, we're just gonna keep on moving, running and gunning, and making the best choices we possibly can on a moment-to-moment basis. One of the best pieces of advice I heard growing up is it was embrace speed and change. In this case, this game is ever speedy and ever changing. Looks like we managed to hit the requisite number of kills. We can now make it to the portal. I'm going to try to collect all this XP we dropped behind. There is a gold XP up there, which means that's probably going to be a, you know, at least the rest of the level. So we'll at least make it a level 16. But it does look like the enemies have thinned out a bit enough for us to basically get all this XP left behind. We'll grab this one too. Yep, just like that. We got a level 16. Hell yeah. You can even see our kills up there. I don't know what the skull with the bullseye in it means now that I see it. There's 250 more of that resource. I'm sure the resources have names. I just can't remember what they're called. Alright, we got some more Fatal Blow here. I think I'm going to go ahead and max this out. And let's go ahead and go. You know what? We'll go with the Gravity Trap. The Gravity Trap is actually fairly useful. Wait, does it say we... Okay, we don't have whatever the Gravity Trap synergizes with. Ooh, looks like we do have a magnet on this level. Also, by the way, I don't think these levels in the campaign are procedurally generated. I believe they kind of have a set stage environment for all of these. I don't know how it works in the survival mode. But at least this, I will say, I believe these stages are set. And I've seen the same layout a couple of times here. I won't recognize all of them because they kind of bleed together, seeing as how they're all kind of the same. In the same, as far as like the same environments, and I'm not going to remember what's on floor 12 compared to what's on like floor 8. Just because of the fact that they, you know, Because there's so many levels. I'm not going to remember all that. It's not going to happen. Let's see. I have monkey brain. Alright, looks like we're almost close to 17 here. And our goal is to last one more second. The portal is active. It's a good time for us to wait here for a second. Kill any and all available zombies who have yet to come and meet their maker. And it looks like this guy is kind of like an elite, a heavy, so I'm not going to pick up this magnet yet until that thing's dead. I don't think there's going to be anything in this game that's going to allow you to, by the way, to just like stand still. Alright, let's go and pick all that up. And that was enough to get us to level 18. Hell yeah. Let's go ahead and make it for the portal. I believe that was 2 level ups while we were here. And we'll go with, I'm going to go with cooldown boost. Increases the reload speed of most of your weapons. And I think we'll go with the rocket swarm because we really increases maximum health. Ooh, okay. Never mind. You know what? We'll go with the increased maximum health. There's one that just heals you. I don't particularly care for that one. There's very rare reason for me to ever want to get that one. Oh, we have a shielded enemy. So we got to make sure to stay out of that guy's zone, or it will absolutely bitch slap the crap out of me. I'm going to try to just survive the next 40 seconds. All we need to do is keep on moving and make sure that thing doesn't touch us. I don't know if it's a contact thing or if it actually just swings and hits it as soon as, you know, it touches. But, one of the guys is basically like one of the heavy gorilla looking mechs. And every single time I see one of those things, as soon as their little shield touches me, I lose like half my health. Ooh. I became fiercely dangerous. Deal 1.5 million damage. Nice. Alright, we need to take this guy out. Luckily for us, the dude does get stuck in gravity traps. So we do this. We should be able to take care of this guy. There we go. And I do believe all the XP is still left behind. So we will make real quick for this previous part of the level. Grab all the XP. There's enough to push us in the next level, so it's definitely worth picking up. Those blue XP crystals definitely bump us up a bit faster than the green ones. There's some up here. And we'll just use our dashes over here. Unfortunately, I don't think the dash skill that we got, I don't believe that, whatchamacallit, I don't believe it gives us any more than 3 dashes. I think it just lowers the cooldown after that 3rd dash. We can go ahead and give ourselves another 25 health, or we could go, you know what, let's get some rocket swarm. I want some more damage. Allows the effect of skills with a chance parameter, allowing you to choose 4 skills instead of 3. I just want to know where the other skills are that I have not yet seen show up. Let me see. See, this one increases the distance and the cooldown. Okay, so let's just go farther. Let's go ahead and pick up the skill card. Why not? We got a health pickup here. I am not going to use it if I don't have to. We'll save it for the end of the map. Again, haven't taken any damage yet as far as I can tell. We just destroyed that heavy. That's nice. I am very fearful for whenever we find another shield heavy, because they do take a bit to take down. And I've not yet seen one on this map. But it will happen. We got to survive 16 more seconds. I love that way that guy just like dove at me while he was dying. 4 more seconds. It kind of reminds me of like these cyborg zombies were like World War Z level. Why is this? See, I want to know what this green thing above his head means. I don't know what that, there's no indicator what that means, but I'm assuming that means he's extra dangerous for some reason. And made it level 23. Where were we at? Were we 22 or 21 when we came here? Pick up this XP. I'm not going to worry about anything down there. It's not going to be enough to push us into the next level. We're going to go ahead and go with Gravity Trap. Looks like we did actually increase 2 levels. And Gravity Trap again. Alright. There we are. And now they're dropping blue crystals, or pink crystals, sorry. And now we have to deal with these robots here that have spinning rotor blades on them. As if robots weren't dangerous enough. And now we're also dealing with these poison canisters that will essentially make new poison puddles on the ground. Or not make new, but there'll be persistent poison puddles on the ground now. And flame jets coming from the ceiling. So that's fun. I love new obstacles. I'm gonna go ahead and jump down here. Oh, rotor zombie. Or rotor bot, whatever. You know, something like that. Portal is active. Cool. I think I maybe need to pick up all this XP. I want to go get all those pink XP crystals that were upstairs. Can we get this thing dead, please? Alright, there we go. And somehow didn't drop a yellow crystal, even though that was kind of the penultimate creature on this floor. Alright, well, time to head back the way we came. Get to the portal, get to the next floor. Oh, the poison. I forgot about the poison. I'm pretty sure it hurts us. Although, I did kind of dip into it, and I thought instantly my shield would dissipate, but that didn't seem to be the case. I am not going to test that theory. Alright, here we are. So close to reaching 25. We're about to max out the gravity. Well, yeah, I think we do that. Although the dash would be fairly helpful for getting us away from enemies. Oh, here's our small reprieve. Let's go get up this new power up. That is, I believe that says that anytime we get hit, we detonate a bomb. When taking 50 damage, activates the bomb booster. Okay, so if we get 50 damage done to our health bar, which is roughly, you know, a little less than half, since how we have 125 health now, we'll basically do a big kaboom. I have no problem believing that that's going to happen soon. I'm staying away from... Oh, the poison barrel went down anyways. I didn't hit that plunger. Maybe I just have to shoot it, and that's what activates those plungers on the poison barrels. Because I sure as hell didn't hit those. You know, I'm going around, and I'm activating the poison barrels, but honestly, it probably behooved me to kind of like stay in an area and just like jump back and forth without getting anywhere near the poison barrels, and just hitting that magnet that's at the end of the stage probably. I mean, there is a magnet. There is no probably about that. But it'd probably be better for me to hang out over there. Luckily for us, oh, here's our portal. Let's go and hit that. I'm gonna kill this guy right here, and then we'll move on. Because I believe maybe he's yellow crystal territory. There you go. Oh, we did get a level up. I say we go with... You know, we'll do the cooldown. And let's go with the distance. We're on floor 18. Is this the farthest I've ever been? We're about to find out. If we see a guy who looks like that last huge guy that was just behind us, but he's got a shield around him, then yes. The answer is yes. Then I am expecting my doom. This guy right here is... He's a chunky boy. Alright, let's keep on taking care of these guys right here. Too bad our guns don't apparently have any sort of piercing on them. Portal is active. There's big boy there. I want to take care of this guy, and then we'll move on. I'm also surprised the rockets from Rocket Swarm don't explode. They just kind of pierce and continue doing their thing. Alright, there we go. So we make it on to the next stage. I believe we were 26 when we first came in here, so 2 levels means 2 more pickups. I think we were 26. We'll go with additional dash distance. And... oh, this does actually increase the amount of dashes we have. I'm gonna go with the dash extra dash then. Alright, so we are officially on... oh, there's my death. He's got rotor blades and a shield. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Hello. I would desperately not like to fight you at all. He's staying locked down for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But I'll accept it. Alright, he's down. Hell yeah. I'm gonna accept the way that came out. There were not nearly enough, or there were not a lot of enemies on this level at all. That was highly unusual. Nothing over here. Oh, we didn't level up at all. Okay. Talosoid. Okay, I have not fought in Talosoid before. It seems as though he's a fairly big chunker of a dude. Okay. Oh, hello. I don't know. Oh shoot! I don't know what the those red skulls do. I assume they do stuff. You know. I do want to kill this guy. I've never killed him before. Never seen him before. But I heard he votes differently than me. And that's enough. I'm gonna go ahead and grab whatever this thing is. We can go ahead and get out of here, but why would I want to do that? Alright, I want to try to get this flame barrel up here. Alright. Oh, oh. He's almost dead, I can tell, I think. We got less pep in his step. He doesn't have as many dashes as I do. And there we go. You jump too much. Kill Tailsoid. Alright. Ooh, we got a new passive. What is that one? Allows you to carry up to 3 boosters. Pressing E activates the last booster on the list. Wait, are these called boosters? I don't know anything about boosters. What is there a control scheme somewhere? Because I don't remember. Yeah, there's no there's auto fire. There's another skill in here. I was not even sure of that. Oh, apparently I did something. My health did something there at the top. Not entirely sure what that was. I'm trying out all my buttons here. I heard some pings there I'd never heard before. I mean, I might be in it to win it. This is working out a lot better than I thought it was. Maybe I learned to use the 5Ds, and I'm finally on my way to victory. Alright, so there's that. These guys are all dropping a lot of different types of experience, too. I did at least gain a level, I do know that. Again, that's probably my favorite part, is like the kinetic part. I think that thing, by the way, where'd he go? Where'd that enemy go? This guy. I believe that thing means I get something off of him if we kill him. Okay, so I just pressed square, and I activated a health thing. I think. I don't know. If I... That's so weird. Maybe I can make my own health? Again, not something that's easily described in this game. Well, it looks like we have enough knockback right now that this guy can't make any sort of formal movement at me. And now he's floating in the air, stuck in a black hole of my own making. All those rockets. If we had some evolutions for these abilities, these might actually have killed this guy a lot faster. Almost dead. Alright, there we go. And not even a... Damn, that sucked. Not even a, like a modifier or like a you know, a special drop. That was just, you know, a yellow XP thing. Yeah, no, get me wrong. XP is always nice, but I was really assuming that we were going to get a new little modifier. Alright, let's head over to the exit and we'll get out of here. We're mostly there too. That's the funny part. I didn't imagine we would get this close to floor 30. We can go with the health level up. We can go with that one. We can go with these cards here, getting more options. I say we probably go with the extra health. And cooldown miss. There we go. That's maxed out. We're officially in floor 22. Oh, and now we got a new shield dude. And I'm actually managing to oh, he shoots laser beams. Either that or he's like teleporting. I think that, yeah, I've never made it this far, but I fought that guy before. Apparently some elites show up on different floors. I wouldn't really know that for real, but since I've never been here, I still find it funny because I've definitely fought this guy. He was the reason why I died last time. I had forgotten what he looked like. Oh, he took out my shield. I said we just go ahead and jet. He seems like he's gonna be a jerk for me to fight. I'm gonna dip. Was that a, for a second I thought there was a lead over here. Guess not. I just feel like now that we're getting this far though, until I unlock new synergies, I feel like there really isn't any punch to our weapons. And for a game called Adrenaline Rampage, I was hoping that maybe we'd get punchier weapons already, or like combos, but it's not been the case so far. Although to be fair, really the only two weapons we have are the missiles and the assault rifle. Like the rest of our abilities are kind of utility, right? Because like we got the shield, and it doesn't do anything like thorns damage. And we got the black hole, which doesn't do any damage outright, I don't think. I think that's just more or less a way to drag enemies in. So on the damage front, I think we're kind of lackluster. But we're still making it work somehow. Let's go ahead and hit up this portal. We got some luck. There's the healing. Vitality boost. I guess we go with vitality boost. I'm gonna have to figure out why the other activatable abilities I unlocked aren't showing up. I wonder if they're tied behind one of the other classes. Or maybe that's only available in survival. I don't know. I saw that I had new abilities, and I got really excited when I saw that, but the fact that we haven't seen them show up at all, and I still have one more available skill slot, it's kind of worrisome. I was thinking maybe that's what I would need to punch through these first 30 levels, is to have like one more cool, whatchamacallit, one more cool little activatable ability to do damage to help me turn the tide and make a win. And I now realize what these booster things are. I can pick up those collectibles on the ground, it looks like, and then I can drop them and use them when I want. So it looks like that I have a magnet, and whenever this timer goes off, whenever I get over the portal, I can probably just throw out that magnet. Oh, I didn't mean to actually hit the thingy. I meant to hit my magnet, but whatever. Reach level 4 and vitality boost skill. Okay. I wonder what that unlocked for us. Looks like you know what? I think I dropped my my magnet at the same time I went through that portal. Oh. We got a shield enemy. Oh, there's a lot of poison here. Man. Kind of sad that I dropped my magnet now. You know what I mean? feel like I'm just playing the hopping game right now. But it looks like we survived at least. Does that mean our... makes it look like our portal is upstairs. We can go up further up? Oh yeah, we can. Alright. Oh, hello. Just gonna leave that guy be. There we go. I didn't think we got a level up there. Oh. We made it to the next reprieve. My portals. I gotta work on my jumping. Alright, we got a magic bullet thing. What does that say? Defeated enemies can leave a special booster that makes you attack your next attack critical. Okay. Yeah, and I know what that looks like. I've had to pick that up a couple of times. Basically, you lose a little purple fragment on the ground. And when we pick those up, that's what it's talking about. Oh, we do have a magnet in here. Maybe this will actually be my opportunity to get some level ups. You know, I realize now is we haven't seen any more of the key rooms asking us to turn on a console or anything. Oh, hello. Why is that guy blue? Alright. 15 more seconds. The countdown is almost there. And I think we're probably pretty close to where we need to be. Oh, he hit my shield. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this thing. I probably should have picked up all the experience first. I thought maybe it would have, like, retroactively all come to me. Turns out you have to wait for the XP. That's my B. Oh. No. No! Alright. Stay off of poison floors. Got it. Ooh, now we got flame barrels. And you can see those little purple fragments representing my crit chance bullet thingy that we just got back at that respite. Ooh, there's a whole bunch of yellow XP right there. Unfortunately, it doesn't give us half a level anymore. And roll this way. Only 2 more stages. Hello? You were of the blue color. I don't want to fight you. Last time I fought one of you, it was just miserable. Energy sells for upgrades and adds 100 to all resources for upgrades. I'll take it. Ooh, we're getting quite the number of resources now. Although upgrades are very, very expensive. We only got 4,000 of our primary resource, the yellow one. And it requires 4,000 just for one upgrade. That is probably going to be my other big problem with this game. Like, the upgrade, for like a 5% upgrade in crit chance, it's 4,000 points. The first one, I believe, was like 1,500, which is fine. But, like, to make it that expensive and to require that much grind can be quite annoying to a lot of people. Some people don't mind the grind. But seeing as how long these runs are, like I've been doing this run, according to the recording, I've been recording for about 55 minutes now. And I will say honestly that, you know, that's not going to bode well with some people. If for a whole hour of farming, they're only going to invest, they're only going to be able to get 1 level up's worth of content from an hour, and that can rub people the wrong way. Personally, it depends on the type of game and how much someone's enjoying it. I understand that. But coming from someone who tries to understand at least what some people go through or what some people play, especially to be relaxing in these power fantasy type survivor games. Ooh, Typhonoid. We're already at another boss. Oh, we're at floor 30. Nice. I didn't even realize we were at floor 30. I try to be understanding of that, you know, people have different things they like to do with their time. Oh, wow. This guy gets serious. Yeah. Not everybody has the time that I have to play games and stuff, and I understand that. But, so that's probably going to be the only caveat that I see, is that a lot of people might not be super happy about the time investment required to make yourself super strong. Oh, there you are. Alright, so somehow I did that bomb. Oh, hello. AI Athena, you're here again. AI, not thrilled, but glad to see you. Sister, that doesn't suit you well. Where's the cute little face you had? AI. Alright, your mnemonic blocks are still malfunctioning. Your memory's failing. You're quite talkative for an artificial intelligence. In case you've forgotten, they didn't create me just to run this freak show called Research Station Athena. I was supposed to maintain the psycho-emotional stability. And instead you pump them full of chemicals and mutagens to turn them into mindless beasts. So do you remember, so you do remember that. Maybe you'll also remember why I unleashed my wrath upon them. Because you went mad, lost your mind, came off your digital hinges. A man once said that madness is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Care to remind me which one of us keeps running through, Care to remind me which one of us keeps running through me, shutting down my data centers, hoping that this time it will work. What? No sharp remark or witty comeback this time? Don't tell me another part of you has failed, dear sister. No, I've just finished shutting down another part of you. See you around, sister. Oh, so I didn't even get to kill the boss. I didn't get a chance to fight him. We got a new Echo Strike ability has been unlocked. Okay, that's what we got for the doing the 1.5 million damage. What is this reward down here? What do we got? Oh, we unlocked the Berserk guy. This has a name, Echo Strike. This has a name. I guess it's just the currency. Okay. And that was difficulty 1. Okay. And for some reason, whenever you go to exit, it always takes you back to the main menu. There's no option to come back here to your hub. Oh, we got 11,000. Okay, so it's a little bit better than it was. But as you can see down here, I have this new ability. Blaster Fury. Quickly shoots beam of energy, high energy microparticles, dealing damage to enemies. I had that unlocked. I also had the luck reward unlocked. And we never saw Blaster Fury ever show up. Also, I have this thing called a jump boost over here. And that's required for this running passive here. That'll be a nice synergy for another ability. But for whatever reason, I've never seen jump boost show up. Now, I don't know if that's like an inherent passive thing, but it's never shown up. Let's see. It looks like we can unlock the drone by killing so many enemies with the Berserk, which will happen pretty fast. And looks like we got a couple of other things we could look at as well. But that was a look at Adrenaline Rampage. The game is fairly fun. It is very kinetic. It's very fast-paced. High anxiety. If you don't like enemies like swarming on you really quick, But I do get some enjoyment out of it. Again, my only issue with this game is the speed at which you unlock new passives and new evolutions for your weapons. I do feel like they could get a little bit old. I have only put about 2.5 hours into the game so far. But that being said, I still feel like that's a lengthy amount of time to not have any other synergies available. And if there's something I'm missing, that's not very well described in the game so far. So it's kind of, if there is stuff like that, it's not very hand-holding in that sense. And I think that can also get kind of infuriating for a lot of people. I am personally enjoying it. I hope to enjoy it some more. And once I get some more information on the game, as far as like putting some more time into it, I hope that I can come back and give you guys a little bit more idea about where I messed up possibly, and there's more information that. Looks like we can go ahead and unlock this dude. So here's our axe dude. What's it look like when he attacks? Doesn't look like we can attack with him in here, but he is available for us to play, so that's pretty cool. Does he unlock any of these other doors that were locked back here? That one's already been unlocked. Doesn't seem so. Anyways, that being said, if you like the sort of content and you want to see more games like Adrenaline Rampage here on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think, or if you've been playing the game for yourself and that I have been having a gross misunderstanding of some of the mechanics here, let me know as well. That being said, until next time, you guys take care, and I will see you all in my next video. Later.